Welcome to Namur for the Rallye of Wallonie, the third Division 1 rally of the Kroon-Oil Belgian Rally Championship. It's the fourth rally in total. And most of the contenders for the Belgian Rally title are at the start, or that was the plan, because Cedric Charin is not at the start. He crashed in a private test just before the start of the rally, and he decided not to take part. So no leader of the championship at the start. And there was another hiccup because Jos Verstappen, his co-driver Renault Jamul, broke his foot just before the start, but he was helped out by Jasper Vermeulen, the co-driver of Cedric Charin. After I couldn't drive with Cedric Charin, Jos called me and said, "You're probably still around here, so would you like to drive the rally with me?" And I said, "Okay, no problem." So that means that Bastien Rouard, the local hero, is the first car on the road on the opening day. This is a two-day rally. I live here in Namur, so we know the stages by heart, but the route hasn't changed much from previous years, so it's the same for everyone. I think everyone knows the stages here in this rally, so we'll see how it goes. Maxime Potty has won the previous rally in Tielt, but this is a completely different rally. It's less slippery, it's a bit more grip than in Tielt, it's much faster, but we like these stages. We've already performed very well on it, so we've done some good recce as well. Adrien Furnemont, double Belgian Rally champion, makes his comeback after a year of absence. It was my last rally in the BRC last year, so it's been a while, but we had a short rally to prepare, and the weather is on our side. I think it's going to be a great weekend. And it's the first round of the new Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux as well. And one of the contenders is French driver Thomas Anacleto in his first rally outside of France. I've never driven outside of France, but I have a lot of Belgian friends, so I wanted to come once, and this was a perfect opportunity. Off we go to the start of the first of 21 stages, 12 on the opening day. 3 loops of 4 fast stages. It's Rouard who opens the hostilities, but he's a bit disappointed with his times. We can't get a feel for the car, and it's the most important thing here if you want to go fast, because it's just a very, very fast rally. But as soon as I pushed a bit, we are getting, it was a bit scary, so we can't find the right setup. So hopefully we'll find it here now. Maxime Potty had a win in Tielt, and a good result here in the absence of Charin might get him all the way back into title contention. And Potty starts well after the opening loop. He's in second position. Yes, it went well. We set a good pace. We had a good recce yesterday, so the pace notes were on. That's it. We're trying to find a good setup because I'm complaining a bit about understeer. We'll work out here on the surface on the second loop, and we'll do our best after that. Jos Verstappen with Jasper Vermeulen has a good start to the rally, setting the fastest time in the opening stage. That would mean he's the first leader, but he isn't, because on the first road section he was caught speeding, and that gives him a time penalty of 40 seconds, which means he's almost certainly out of contention for the win in this Rallye of Wallonie. So Jos, what's going on? A lot of things. So I've changed co-drivers. Renault broke his foot. We almost went off the road at one stage there, so we punctured the radiator. There was a small hole, so we had to add water. Luckily, it was the last stage. So we got here, and we can carry on. And on top of that, we got a 40-second penalty. It's a shame. It spoils the rally a bit, but that's how it is. Adrien Furnemont with the very young co-driver Maxime Lefebvre, only 18 years old in only his second rally. Previous one was a couple of weeks ago with Furnemont, and he won that one.
50 niveau start. C'est 50, gauche 80 start, pas corde. Tout droite 70, mini-pex. 130, gauche 40, moins.
And Fernand takes the lead.
C'est un bon début, mais seulement 4 spéciales.
It's a good start. We've only done a few stages, so we'll have to keep going like this. We didn't start at good pace, but I also know we have to attack right from the start because the times will get very close after this. And I think in the second loop we'll all be close together. So we get some good times in the first loop, and we're trying to do the same tomorrow morning. But we're only a third of the way through the day. We'll keep taking it one stage at a time and try to continue and improve the car.
Et continuer à améliorer la voiture.
Stephen Dolphin with his Skoda is part of the list of contenders for a podium finish as well. But in this hairpin, he's caught out, but so are many of the drivers, as you will see. He's in 7th.
Redelijk pittig.
It was pretty tough. I think we chose the wrong tyres this morning. We made a few mistakes in the second stage and now in the last one. And it's costing us dearly because it's going really fast in here. So one mistake costs a lot of time.
Dat kost veel tijd.
Charprex wants to get a top 10 finish, but after the opening loop, he's only in 15th. I made a small mistake in the hairpin. I got a puncture, so I lost some time, but we'll try to make up for it. I really want to get back into the top 10 now. But overall, this is a really nice rally. There's still a long way to go, but we have a lot of work to do. But anything can still happen.
Veel doen, dus kan er van alles gebeuren.
Here's Jonas de Wilde in his Citroën. Fortunately, he would have to retire pretty soon. And Bart Sobri with his Ford Fiesta. Doing pretty well as well in 14th.
Voorlopig niet, dus een stukje bumper hebben we tekort.
For the moment we've missed a small bumper at the front. It's not too serious, so we can keep going. Made a small mistake in the first stage, which cost us 10 or 15 seconds, I think. But we're happy with the first loop. Tom Ronsonet is one of the contenders in the Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux, but he has got any experience with the Porsche. He's used to driving a Rally 2 car, of course. Just outside the top 10 after the opening loop and in 5th in the Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux.
Première boucle intelligente et
first loop was a bit intelligent. We want to get a feel for the Porsche for a first loop. We were surprised quite a few times, not by the handling obviously because I'm used to the Rally 2, but I was still surprised by the car. So now it's okay. Takes a lot of focus. So I need to calm down a bit. Another Porsche in the hands of another contender. This is Loïc Pirot.
le début, les deux premières étaient compliquées.
In the beginning, the first two stages were complicated. We hadn't driven the car on the bumpy sections, and I didn't have any confidence at all. In the next two stages, I restored my confidence, so we're doing decent times, and I hope it will be better, and trying to find a setup and improve it.
C'est d'améliorer ça.
We were 9th overall, and this is Dylan RR in 8th overall, just in front of him. Caught out by this hairpin as well. A really tricky one in the war test stage.
C'était un peu compliqué vu qu'on a.
It's a bit complicated given that we haven't really done any testing, only about 20 kilometers of testing, so it wasn't easy for us to get the grips with it this morning. But after that, we tried to our best and set a decent time, so something at least.
Donc c'est déjà ça.
And here's Thomas Anacleto, the French driver with the Porsche. He's in 5th overall and 2nd of the Porsches. Really spectacular driving by Anacleto, who hasn't got any experience on the Belgian stages. So that's pretty good. And this man is leading the Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux, and he's in 3rd overall as well. Romain Delay.
La météo est vraiment idéale.
The weather is perfect for the Porsches. We couldn't have hoped for better. So yes, we're having a lot of fun. Bertrand Wautier is in 2nd in the junior standings.
Il fait bon.
Weather's great. The stage already reaches first with these tires, so it's really fast and we're really having a blast. Emilien Allard has won the opening 2 stages of the Belgian Junior Championship and he's leading this one as well.
Ah ouais, ça m'amusait, je me suis amusé.
I had a great time. These are superb stages. They're pretty legendary routes, stages actually. With this car we can really unleash its full potential in the fast sections and we're doing some amazing stages. It's cool. We're having a great time. Emilien's father finished 4th twice here in the historics and Benoit Shane in 3rd with this beautiful Ford Escort. It's a familiar livery in Belgian rallying and it's a fight between the 2 BMW's 325i's at the front with former cycling champion Tom Bonen in 2nd.
We hebben een hele vlotte zaterdag.
But a pretty quiet Saturday morning. We're leading historics, I think, 22nd overall, so that's good. We got a bit stuck once. I went off the road, so I don't quite remember where. And at one point I was in the lead, but then after that section of gravel I found it tricky on the right. I made just a gear change. I lost a bit of time, but otherwise my morning went well. Leading historics, right in front of Bonen, is another BMW, the one of Gino Kenis, a former circuit driver. Rallying remains my favorite discipline because I've done circuit for much longer. I've been rallying for 15 years now, so maybe it's time to quit. It's an option. After 4 stages, Adrian Furthermore is leading with 7.4 seconds in hand over Maxime Pottier, and then it's Romain Delay with the first of the Porsches, followed by Roar, Anacleto and Verstappen. And this was the end of part 1 of our report. See you after the break. Welcome back in Namur for the Rallye of Wallonie. We're in the 2nd loop of the opening day and Emilien Allard is still leading the junior standings. Another good rally.
Ça se passe assez bien. Bon, on a eu une boucle, je vais dire.
It's going quite well. We had a fairly calm loop. We tried to pick up the pace a little, correct the mistakes from the first loop, and we had a bit of a confusion with the red flag in the Moyville stage, but here the 4th stage, which was neutralized, so it's a fairly calm loop. We head back to the assistance park and get ready for the last loop of the day.
La dernière boucle de la journée.
Tom Ronson is getting to grips with his Porsche and he's in 9th overall, 4th of the Porsches. And here you can see how fast this goes. I can really see the unique experience in this kind of car to be at the same level as the other two, who honestly, hats off. They're really pushing hard, but we're having a lot of fun and we continue to learn.
Et voilà, on continue notre apprentissage.
The other two are Thomas Anacleto and Romain Delay, because Ronsonet is getting closer to Dylan Arar, who's in 8th overall. Steven Dolphin with his Skoda is in 7th.
We zijn een beetje verbeterd.
We've made some progress. We can improve our time on every stage, so we're holding on to 7th place. I think that's our position. But we have a few Porsches right behind us. We'll do everything we can do to keep them at bay.
We alles aan doen om ze achter ons te houden.
Christian Roar is having a difficult rally. He was inside the top 5, but now dropped to 6th.
Pas content des temps, mais
not happy with the times, but the car is already much better, so that's a positive. Now the gap is still the same compared to the others ahead, because they're not waiting for me, of course. So we need to think what we can do to improve on the car. Because Verstappen has done everything to try and compensate for his 40 seconds penalty, and he's in 5th now.
Hier en daar wat kleine fouten.
A few small mistakes here and there, but nothing too serious. But we still need to find the solution. It's very close, and I can really move up. So yes, we really need to find a solution here to get to the front.
We moeten wel wat vinden.
Maxime Pottier had a good opening stage of the 2nd loop, and then trouble struck with one of the suspension arms that came loose, and he has 30 seconds penalty.
première spéciale de la deuxième boucle, on va dire.
First stage of the second loop went well, then we turned the stage around because of a loud clunk in the front suspension. And the road section was very short. We had to make some decisions. We stopped to see if it was too serious, if we could fix it. But then it turned out my front shock absorber was loose, so I asked, stopped to check. Then we set off again for the second station. Before the start, we got all the way to time control and tried to fix the problem, but it was too short and we had to check in late, and we managed to get it sorted. But that's how it is. It's part of the game.
On a réussi à refaire et voilà, mais bon, c'est comme ça fait partie du jeu.
30 seconds penalty then, and he drops to fourth, Maxime Petit. That means that Thomas Anacleto is now in third with Anthony Bourdouis at his side.
C'est un parcours qui est assez
A complicated stages. We really need to know. We've only done 2 recce runs, and then now the car. You can tell they all have a bit of experience as well. But we finished more or less 2 or 3 seconds of the fastest time each time. So we're pretty happy. We have some pace left, but I don't want to take any risks.
Mais je veux pas prendre de risques.
A Porsche in third and a Porsche in second. Romain Delay is now in second, just under 30 seconds off the lead. And he has 7 seconds in hand over Anacleto, leading the Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux. So a good opening 2 loops for Delay.
Ça a pas mal démarré, on est...
Yes, we're in the lead at the moment, 7 or 8 seconds ahead of Anacleto, so it's still very close. He's going very fast, and he's telling me he's really putting on the pressure. Leading the rally, though, is still Adrian Furnemont with Maxime Lefebvre at his side. A faultless rally.
Comme j'avais dit, hein, les chronos...
Like I said, times aren't improving much, and the gaps have gotten tighter too. So now we have a small lead. We'll have to manage it and drive cleverly.
C'est ça, et rouler intelligemment.
These are the standings after 8 stages. Furnemont now has a lead of 29 seconds over the first of the Porsches in the hands of Romain Delay, and then it's Anacleto, Potti, Verstappen and Rorar down to 6th. Final loop of the opening day, and in the historics, Tom Bolen is still in second, some 55 seconds behind the leader. And that leader is still his good friend and BMW colleague Gino Kenis, the rally for Kenis, winner already of the Aspengar Rally this year in the historic section. Benoit Wautier is still in second in the junior standings, but he's already over 2 minutes behind Emilien Allard, who's driving another perfect faultless rally with his Rally 6 Corsa. Thomas Anacleto unfortunately had to retire. That means that all the Porsches gain a position in the Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux, with Tom Ronson now in second.
On va vers le bon, il faut...
We're heading in the right direction. We still need to get used to this type of car, but what a blast at Croupe. I'd love to have the average speed for that special stage. It was 143. Okay, so there you go. Enjoying it when we can, and we're starting to have a couple of close calls. We're trying to get back into the rhythm. Romain Delay slowing down a bit, but still in 4th overall.
On a perdu petit peu.
We lost a bit of time on the stage with the gravel section and the dirt and all that. We couldn't see anything, and getting out of the dirt was very tricky to manage with the Porsche. It's really very narrow, so we lost a bit of time there. Otherwise, overall, we still had a good loop. Jos Verstappen still getting to the front. He's already in 3rd overall, 36 seconds behind the lead.
Ik moet zeggen, ik ben zeer tevreden.
I have to say I'm very happy with how the new navigator is working. Yes, those 40 seconds are still bothering me. Otherwise, I think we still have very close to each other. So yes, that's how it is. We can't go back. We have to move forward. Tomorrow is another day. Anything can happen. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Het is nog een dag, kan van alles gebeuren, dus we gaan het zien.
Maxime Potti now up to second, 29 seconds behind the leader after a 30-second penalty.
On sait bien qu'il y a des aléas mécaniques.
We know there are mechanical issues possible. There's risks involved on small off, so it's a risk that everyone can take. We took it, and there you go. That's how it is. We still managed to finish in second today, which is pretty good. Jos, who's right behind us, also got a big penalty, so I think it's going to be a great day tomorrow. Still leading the rally though, Adrian Furnemont with his Skoda Fabia RS Rally 2.
C'était une bonne journée avec Martin.
It was a good day with Martin, 18 years, who's new to the BRC. It took him a while to get into the swing of things, but since the second loop we've been well settled. He's doing a job well. Car is running well. I think I'll need to improve just a little bit for tomorrow to feel even more comfortable. But even though I already feel good, but a good night's sleep and back out there again tomorrow morning. So Adrian Furnimore and Martin Lefevre still leading the Rallye de Wallonie after the opening 12 stages, the opening day. Maxime Pottier is now in second from Verstappen, then Delay, Rouard and Ransonnet. 9 more stages to go on the second and final day of the Rallye of Wallonia. In historics, it's still a fight between Tom Bonen and Gino Kenis. And even though Kenis is leading after 15 stages, after 18, he's out of the rally. Had to retire, so Bonen takes the lead. The junior rankings, there's no chance for Benoit Wautier to catch this man. His lead approaching the 3 minutes. And this is what happened to Jos Verstappen in one of the opening stages. He hits a post, and that's the end of the rally. For Jos Verstappen and Jasper Vermeulen, unfortunately for them, no injuries, but the car is completely wrecked.
Het was
Yeah, it was a big crash, but we're in such safe cars, and that's proven once again. And I'm glad we came out unscathed.
uit zijn gekomen.
That means that Richard Pex gets closer to a top 10 finish and is first of the Masters as well. The driver's over 50 years old. Loïc Pirot is now up to 8th in his Porsche, and he's 4th of the Porsches. Just behind Dylan Arar. Some 24 seconds between them with 6 stages to go. Steven Dolphin is up to 6th with his Skoda. 4th of the Rally 2 cars. Good rally for Dolphin again. And a good rally for Tom Ransonnet as well. Up to 5th overall. And 2nd in the Porsche Trophy Benelux. Christian Rouard is up to 4th.
Quatrième serait sympa.
Yeah, 4th would be nice, plus a few points from the power stage. In any case, we'll try to get the 3 points from the power stage. I think Adrian will be able to lift a bit, and Max as well. So I think it's possible to get the 3 points. We'll certainly try. Romain Delay is really suffering on the gravel sections though.
Il y a vraiment zéro.
There's absolutely zero grip, so it wasn't easy. We just went straight here in Vaudreuil. We had to turn around in the escape road, and we lost quite a bit of time.
On a perdu pas mal de temps.
Still in 3rd overall though, Romain Delay. Maxime Pottier looks to have settled for 2nd overall. Important points for the championship as well, with the absence of Chorin and the retirement of Verstappen. Still in the lead, Adrien Furnimer.
Ah, ça donne des frissons, évidemment.
It gives me goosebumps every year. It's pretty much the same at the start of the stage. I know it's coming up to where I used to ride on my bike when I was a kid. So it's always a very special feeling. I love this stage, even if it's probably not the most interesting of the rally, but I love being here.
Moi, j'adore me retrouver là, en tout cas.
His home rally, indeed. Adrien Furnimer still leading with 6 stages to go from Pottier, Delay, Rouard and Ransonnet. The final 6 stages, Tom Bonen takes his first win in historics, and that might push him to do a complete championship. Laurent Vanton is Clio R3 is first of the National 2 cars. Nice 15th place overall. The win in the Junior Championship goes to Emilien Allard, of course, after dominating the rally. Richard Pex is first of the Masters. And in 10th overall, he got there in the end. Good win for Romain Delay as well, taking the first win in the Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux, and 3rd overall. 2nd place and very important points for the new championship leader, Maxime Pottier, with Renaud Herman at his side. But it's a great win for Adrien Furnimer and 18-year-old Martin Lefevre.
Ouais, c'est beaucoup d'émotions encore.
Yeah, it's very emotional. It's been a few years since I won at BRC, and now I do it with Martin, who's 18 years old by my side. And I have something else special for you, the AC Tronics Driver of the Day Award. Congratulations, well deserved. I'm super happy, really. It's the icing on the cake. These are the final standings of the Rallye de Wallonie. Adrian Furnemont wins it from Maxime Petit. Then Romain Delay, winner of the Porsche Rally Trophy Benelux. Followed by Rouen, Ransonnet, Aura, Dolphin, and Cardona, Bouillon, and Pex. And that means that Maxime Petit is the new leader in the Kroon-Oil BRC with 65 points, 7 more than Bastien Rouard. Cedric Cherin drops to 3rd, Jos Verstappen to 4th, just ahead of Adrian Furnemont. So Zoons Rally is the next round of the Kroon-Oil Belgian Rally Championship. See you then.